actually in the process of editing. See that? I'm pointing the wrong way. Editing that. We have an amazing time with Teal, Girls That Pull. Absolute amazing streamer on Whatnot. I highly recommend you check out her show. I was just on her show this morning. She was doing the Rare Single show, but she typically is known for not only being awesome, but she does some amazing progressive lots. If you don't know progressive lots, basically means that she starts with a couple cards, and as people bid, she just keeps dropping more cards. Sometimes it's over 50, sometimes it's over 100. So as a collector or even as a streamer, these are the kind of shows that you want to go to because you can really stock up on some inventory. Anyway, had a great time. I cannot thank her enough, and I can't thank all you guys enough for this amazing ride I've been on. I have some fantastic guests coming up. We have a roundtable with Lucky's Card Shops, JJK, All Day Collectibles, and we have a couple special guests that join as well. I have Para Davis coming up. I've got Rice Cake Bandit, Mama Goose, Sports Cards Y'all. A lot of really great shows coming up. So thank you so much. Here we go. Girls That Pull. Let's take a step back. So you're originally from Idaho. You live in South Carolina.
Yeah.
We already talked about two boys. You have a cat named Cat. Is it still Cat, or did you give it a name yet?
It's been named Puff. I would just
Puff.
like to
Good name for a
clarify,
cat.
not Puff Daddy. My my son.
That needs to be stressed, you guys. It's
Yes,
not Puff
it's
Daddy.
not a great time to name a cat Puff, but
Not a good time.
mm-mm.
But you've been collecting since 2023. What did you originally start getting into? Like what sports? Were you chasing
Football.
Broncos?
Football for sure. It was right when I had first started betting, like sports betting. I
Yeah.
was in Colorado, and I was like, oh, I can make bets on sports now. So I was getting really into that, like getting really into watching all the games, which I'd never really done besides like Broncos or Saints game, with my family.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm watching every game. I'm like really invested in the players, and then bring in the cards, and it just adds like that much more excitement to
Sure.
watching sport and like being involved and knowing these players way more. And yeah, just I got really into it really fast.
It's addicting. It's fun and
Yeah.
addicting. I was talking to Lucky just now. I had one of those epic mail days, Teal, where you get like 25 packages, and I'm just it's over here just staring at me. I can't wait to rip those
I
open.
love that. Yeah.
It's like you're a kid on Christmas every day when you get those
I
packages.
know. Yeah, my mailman's
Okay, so you started sports gambling. That's something I've never gotten into, but I know it's fun and kind of crazy. So that was kind of a segue into collecting. And then what made you go like, you know what? Maybe I'll start selling.
well, you kind of hit a point, and I think most people do, where you have so many cards, and you're like, I either need to stop or find a way to sell these so
Yeah.
that I can keep doing it. And if I wasn't going to stop, I was all in. So I had seen a TikTok video of someone talking about Whatnot, and that was the first time I'd heard of it. And so I immediately downloaded it, got into some shows, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I love this, and signed up pretty quickly. I think that was like probably my biggest mistake was like not taking enough time as like a buyer or just a viewer on the app before I got approved and was like, let's go. And then they give you that incentive, like double your
Yeah, I remember
office.
that.
I'm like, oh, I got to get on immediately. Definitely didn't set me up to like really understand when you first start, you're not just gonna have like I think like KK Card Vault was like the one stream I was always in, and I'm like, I have those
Me
cards.
too.
Like I
Yeah.
can do this, and then you're like delusional because you don't have that following. You're new.
And they made it look easy, right? Like, oh yeah,
I
this
know.
is easy. They've always
I
got hundreds in
never
their
forget.
rooms.
I saw a card
Yeah.
I had, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's all.
You
That's
know,
I can do that.
I'm glad you brought that up, Teal. I might add that to the questions is like, who is the first streamer that you kind of like, you know what, like I can do this? And it's funny because I spent a lot of time in KK Vault. T-Fish was another one. Gil Chris. I'm trying to think of some others. Cole Cards. So let's take a step back. Girls That Pull, not Girls That Rip. That was my bad. 5-star reviews. 12,000 cards you've sold. That's crazy. Under 1 day shipping, always important. That's a
Mhm.
broken record time, but it is always important to get the cards out to your buyers as soon as possible. You have over 28,000 followers, I want to say, and you've been streaming for almost 2 years. So one of the things you'll notice right away with Teal's show is while she does singles, she typically specializes in progressive lots, and it is she's got it down to a science. It is so much fun to watch, and a lot of it is probably you just kind of feeding off your buyers and your audience at the time, right?
Yeah, and I just like really love it. Like I want them to go high so I can just keep going. I don't
Yeah.
I just like, get in a rhythm and I'm like, this is so fun. Let's keep going. Um, I
What
started
is the
out,
what's the most cards you've ever sold in one lot?
I think it was like a 14-pound box. This
Oh my gosh.
it was massive. They were like overflowing. I had to like quickly like shift because they were falling out of the box. That was fun. Those were like up. They were like I think it was like 300, 400. They were going.
Oh my gosh.
Which
14
started the
pounds of cards,
addiction
you
for, like,
guys.
doing progressive lots. I haven't had that successful of a show since, but, like, still really enjoy it. Love doing them.
Well, you're amazing at it. The only two I can think of is you and Rice Cake Bandit. Like those are the only two progressive lot shows that I've watched.
Yeah,
And
people love them, which is why I'm like, I definitely have been it used to be, like, once a month maybe, but now I'm trying to do it, like, every other week, mixed in just as much as my single shows because people, like, love the progressive lot shows.
they really do. I mean, if for collectors or even for streamers, right? They can fill in.
Yeah,
They can do like you give them inventory for an entire show just by buying one or two lots from you. How so
100%.
with that comes a huge challenge, and I think you'll agree. Like, how do you keep that inventory going? Because you're selling so many cards per show with these progressive lots. So how do you keep that inventory going, flowing, I should say?
I spend a lot of time on Whatnot and eBay.
Okay.
And then after every progressive lot show, someone, at least one person messages me like, "Hey, are you interested in like buying all my cards or buying this lot?" And I always am. So
Yeah.
that marketplace, I'm not in an area where card shows are happening. It's just not popular around here. There's like one or two big ones a
Yeah.
year, and that's it. So I really have to rely on, marketplace is the only local way, and
Hmm.
luckily there are a lot of people that sell on marketplace. But yeah, eBay, I try to buy bulk, I try to buy lots, and I love to rip. Like if I'm at a store, I'm buying boxes all the time. I love opening boxes, even though a part of me is like, you need to save them. I always end up opening them.
Well, it kind of favors what you do when you think about it, because you rip a box of wax. Obviously, you can keep the bigger ones for yourself or the for a single show, but then all the inserts and the parallels and the rookie cards, like that's just prime
Mhm.
for your progressive lots. So it's kind of a cool, like it feeds your addiction, I guess, to open wax.
Yeah,
Is like
there's a
you're
lot
able
of
to actually,
that
yeah.
justifying purchases for sure.
It's
I'm like,
all
oh,
about
those progressive
justifying.
lots. Yeah.
You kind of hinted at this, but let's take a step back. So your first show, I believe, was June 2 years ago. Am I making
Mhm.
that up?
Yeah,
Okay.
about my 2 year.
So you were watching KK, you're like, oh my gosh, I mean, I got the same cards. I can do this. So tell me
Mhm.
what happened in your first show. Did you do singles? Did you do progressive lots?
I did singles.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I had one guy come in and he was nice enough to like stick around. He brought his friend in and I think I sold like 6 cards between both of them in an hour
Yeah.
and we just talked sports. And I'm so thankful for them because even though it wasn't like what I thought or, it wasn't nothing's getting bid up, like,
Yeah.
my delusional idea of what was gonna happen, like, it was so fun to just talk sports. And
Hmm.
that I think was like the main thing because a lot of people are like, "Whoa, like your stream's huge and this." I'm like, it was not for the first 6 months. I couldn't keep 10 to 15 people in my stream.
Yeah.
But just like having a few people that are in the chat and active and talking about sports, I was like, this is so fun,
This is
like
fun.
regardless of what
Yeah.
happens. Um, so
Yeah.
luckily I stuck with it.
So you said it kind of stayed like that for 6 months. When did the light go on and be like, oh, actually, I'm starting to get more people in my room? Like, was there a change that you did, or was it just more people kind of like you're just getting loyal followers, if you will?
A little bit of that, a lot of community. The Jackie Sunday show like brought me into his community, which I know you're familiar with, like Pinot Sports,
Of
all
course.
them. A lot of them helped me like grow and watching their show and um, you know, getting getting bigger, like better cards, really seeing what people want. Doing team lots, really, that was like
Mm.
this. I haven't done it in a long time, but team lots were like the consistent thing that really helped
Okay.
me. And then honestly, it just kind of like one day I remember having 40 people in there and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
It's insane. And then the next couple shows, I'm like staying at 40, 50 and hit 100. And I was like, this is like crazy. So there wasn't like a huge switch. It was really just like, I always just believe in like keeping things flowing regardless, even if I'm putting up 10 cards and they're not going, no one's bidding on them, just
Yep.
keep it going. And I guess eventually it caught on and people
Yeah, you have a nice chill vibe that you put on the show where it's like, you know, you're having a great time, but you're also not affected by the prices or what's going on. I think that's really important. I think that's what brings
Mhm.
people back. Um, so based off your awesome experience, because where you're at, and I love the fact that, I think it's important as streamers to think back, like, remember when I got 40 in my room? Like, remember the time you're like, there's no way I could ever get 100 people in your room, and now you
Mhm.
do, and it's just, every now and then I rarely look and see how many people are in my room, but every now and then I'll peek up and I'm like, I cannot believe there's 130 people in my room. Like, what are they doing? Why are they
Right.
wasting their time with me? But it's cool to do that because it makes you appreciate those times where things were slow. So that brings us to new streamers. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there that are hopefully watching this that are thinking of maybe, I've got a ton of cards. The wife is getting, all over me. I need to get rid of these cards. And so what would be your number one advice to new streamers?
I think the big ones are talked about a lot, and for a reason, community. I would tr I don't know where I would be right now if it weren't for like a really solid community base on there. Consistency. And another thing in general is just like your presence on the app is your marketing. And that does not mean by like going into streams and promoting yourself. Like, please don't ever do that.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy or
Don't be
girl.
that
No,
person. Yeah, don't be that
no.
person. But being in streams, being in chat, how many like Broncos fans I meet from just being in a chat. Now we're following each other and
Yep.
becoming a mod in shows. Like all of that, like just your presence on the app is so important. And if people don't know about you, they can't follow you, they can't come see you, they can't be curious about you if you're just
Hmm.
never in other streams. Like you have to be present on the app.
It's the best advice, and we've had a couple guests who've said it, and it's like Chippewa Rips just did our show last week, and he reiterated it as well. Like, it's free marketing. You're building a network. There's nothing but positive things that you can do by hanging out in other people's rooms and being a positive impact while you're in there, right?
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I think that is so incredibly important. Scott Lucky taught me like your best buyers are typically sellers. And so that's really important too. And so I found rooms and streamers that I really enjoyed, who I felt like, they sell the same cars, blah, blah, blah. And like those were the people that I kind of targeted to have a relationship with. And I think that really paid off as well. So I love that advice. Um, Talk to me about a challenge that you had either when you started or maybe just recently and how you overcame that.
Um,
Or have
I
you
think
never been challenged? Everything's
um,
just been easy.
I've been challenged. There's a lot of up and downs, and I don't know. I didn't really expect it. Like I talk about like me kind of blowing up and
Yep.
then for a while like was down. My views were down, bids were low. Um, I had to kind of adjust because I'm still buying and doing everything where was at my peak and I knew kind of what stuff was going to go for. And
Sure.
then, yeah, you hit a low and you're like defeated and you're like, what happened? Like, did I peak?
Yeah.
And that's it. Like that was it for me.
Am I done? What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, I had my like 15 minutes and it's over. Um, so yeah, just being prepared for like it really is a roller. You don't know. I don't know. I could come on this week in the show and I'll have 30 people and no one's interested, and that's fine. Um, you just you can't like take it personally. I did for a while. Like I was like, is it me? Like did I do something? Did I
Right.
switch up and like people don't like it or yeah, just be prepared and be prepared to lose money sometimes and you can't sit there and blame anyone or people. Like that's why I always am like, like get your deals, like make your money. If I put it up for $1 for what you
You
buy it for.
you
So yeah,
bring
just
up a good point, Teal. And so one thing that I think is really important, and anyone who's been streaming for a long time will relate to this, is consistency is one of the toughest things to sustain when you're a streamer and whatnot. Have you ever had five really great shows in a row? I don't think anyone has. Like
Mhm.
I watch Giants, like True Pulls was getting his ass kicked the other night. And this is a guy who sells $1,000 cards, right? And from a person who's just casually watching, you're thinking, oh, this guy's killing it. And like he said, I just lost $500 on this card. So that's why
Right.
I'm pissed right now. And I'm like, good Lord. Like and I think that's the number one thing for people to realize if they start streaming or they've been streaming for a long time, you're gonna have some great shows, but guess what? The next week could be an absolute crap show, and it's nothing against you. You didn't do anything wrong. That's just the way things work. So you have to battle through some of those crappy shows to get back to the good ones. And
Yeah.
the best thing we can do is just be consistent in every aspect. So I'm glad you brought that up. Um, you're a Broncos fan. Would you
Go
agree they would have probably made the Super Bowl had Bo not got hurt?
for sure.
Yeah, I mean it was so stinkingly obvious
Yeah.
that
I'm not
yeah.
delusional enough to say that we would have easily beaten the Seahawks, but we would have beaten the Patriots.
I'm gonna show you a bold card that I love. Hold on, I got it from Dyna Cards at the Dallas Card Show. It's like one of my favorites. It's the
Oh.
orange color match Bo Nix. It's like numbered to 199, but I freaking love
Mhm.
it. It's such a cool card.
Yeah.
So is Bo a good buy right now, Bo Nix?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Bo.
But you love
100%. I know.
RJ Harvey, you said, Pat Bryant,
I'm a,
Jalen
I'm
Waddle.
a huge RJ Harvey and Pat Bryant believer. I think they are amazing. I don't think RJ Harvey gets like the love he deserves. He's crazy. He's so good.
Yeah, he had an amazing game. It was towards the end of the season. I think he broke open for like a 54 yarder. He absolutely dominated the game. I
Oh
forgot
yeah.
who they were playing. Was it a playoff game? I don't remember. Anyway, um, your thoughts on Jalen Waddle joining? What a weapon now with Cortland and
hmm
Mims, right? Yeah.
I am excited. I like Waddle. I've always liked Waddle. I try not to get too worked up. I was really excited about like Evan Ingram coming, and then we didn't really see him at like
Yeah.
really at all. So I'm hopeful. We needed solid receivers. It, it just had to happen. So
I think you guys are definitely going to be a favorite. You've got the defense, you got the coaching. Bo Nix is progressively getting, I think, if you look at all the rookies, I think Bo Nix has probably been the most stable and
mhm.
consistent from all that 2024 rookie class. I'm a Packers fan, so I'm just like, I'm hearing it from all the Bears. All the Bears fans are chirping right now. What's next for you? It is April 27th. This year's flying by already. Good Lord.
I
The
know.
rest of the year, Teal, what's the plan for you?
Just continue growing and seeing what works. I recently started autograph only shows, and those have been great. So I'm doing a lot more of those. And trial and error experiment, see what's working. Starting to add some breaks. I'm doing like my first PYT coming up this weekend for the Whatnot Card Show.
Okay. Oh, so what are you gonna break?
I'm doing Phoenix Hobby, 2024 Phoenix, and Optic.
Okay. And so have you broke before? Is this your first one? I didn't hear you.
I've done a few smaller ones.
Okay.
Go Pack Go 2025. I think you know
Yep.
him. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. He came over. It was like the push I needed because I have
He's a
a lot of
veteran. He's been breaking for like
yeah,
decades. Yeah.
yeah. He's awesome. He built me this whole thing
He built
yesterday.
that?
Yeah, and just putting it so, like I get to play with this today and like put more stuff in.
I
So
love
excited.
it.
Mhm.
Did you see his new mag cases that he made?
Yeah, I have some, and I'm so
Those are
excited. They look
awesome. Yeah, I need
really
to buy
good.
some Packer ones from him. Hey, how do you like that free plug, Go Pack Go? Hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
it. Breaking and I think it's fun. I think you can't just do one thing. So I used to do singles only, and I got burned out on singles too. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, it's so boring. And then you're done, and you got freaking 100 stacks you have to ship, and it's like there's got to be a better way. And so I like to pivot. I do different things. And I started doing a couple breaks with the Topps Chrome that just came out. Everyone wanted it, and so I thoroughly enjoyed breaking. I didn't think I ever would.
Mhm.
Um, but I think it's good once you get to a certain point to try different things. Um, and I think your people want to see different things too, you know?
I love your show.
Oh, thank you very much. I love it too. I have a blast. So let's take a step back. So you said autographs. So I know you're an avid autograph collector. What are some of your favorite autographs that you own?
Oh, um, I have a Lil Wayne signed vinyl. Wow, that
Awesome.
I know. I love Lil Wayne. If you see this,
He's a Packers fan, by the way. Just throwing that
I
out there.
know. I
All
know.
right.
It could be perfect. Um, I sent in when Bo Nix did a signing, and you can like send,
Send
pay
something
to
in.
send
Yeah.
stuff in. I sent in an Uptown, his rookie Uptown, so that's on card. I love that. Just got Curry, and I just got Charles Barkley yesterday in a stream, and I was so excited. I love him. I have Shaq. Yeah, I'm all over with
Did you
autographs. Are
say
my favorite.
Charles Oakley?
Barkley.
Oh, Barkley. I was like, that's a weird NBA.
Barkley.
Okay, Barkley. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I know you're a huge Steph Curry fan. Lions are your
Mm,
second favorite team. That's good because there's a lot of Lions fans on whatnot. I feel like
true.
half the streamers I know are from Michigan. It's really weird.
It's true.
And so that's a nice eclectic, cool collection of autographs. Would you ever sell your Bo Nix autographed Uptown?
No.
Good. That's a good answer. Are you going to get it authenticated or are you just going to keep it as is?
It is authenticated.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
it's perfect. Yeah.
Excellent.
Mm.
Well, guess what? How easy was this? I am done with the questions. That was that, and you were scared. You were a natural.
I'm still
So
scared. I'm
you're still scared.
still nervous.
Well, thank you so much. I'd love to have you back on a pod. So what I'm doing now is like you saw the big wheel.
Mhm.
You're my guinea pig. I'm gonna get 3 to 4 streamers on at the time, and we'll spin the wheel, and each person kind of takes on the question, and we just have a discussion based off that. So I think you would be awesome in that.
I think it'd be fun. I like that idea.
Okay. Well, look, I'll make sure to invite you. Thank you so much for the time, everyone. This is Girls at Pull. Again, you can find her on Whatnot. Do you have Instagram and all the other socials?
Oh yeah, same handle.
Okay, I'll make sure to put them on the screen. I can't thank you enough.
Thank
Have a great
you.
day.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
inviting
Teal.
me. Bye.
Okay, so here we go, Teal. You're the very first to do this. This is the big wheel, Joel-ATX style. There's going to be a question or maybe like an issue with each of these pieces of the pie, and then you get to answer. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, look at this cute wheel. Isn't this adorable?
I love them.
3, 2, 1, here we go. Hopefully you just get the last meal question. That's easy, but it doesn't look like it. Nah, shipping help is boring. Let's do that. Let's do that one. Let's skip that one. That's okay. Let's try it again. You're the guinea pig here. All right, it's frozen. Here we go. There we go. And wow, it really wants you to talk about shipping help.
It knows. It knows that I've struggled.
Okay, I'll let you choose either one. A player to watch that you think is going to have a great season next season in any sport, or you ever have one of those shows where it's just kind of dying a slow death? I was on a show this morning with my buddy Paradavy, and it was, he was the first to admit, like, yeah, things aren't going well. So, do you want to talk about a player to watch in the upcoming season, or do you want to talk about what you would do or what you typically do when a show is just kind of slowing down and the bids are, the room is getting smaller, the bids are going down? Like, what do you do there?
Well, I will just quickly say, obviously, RJ Harvey is going to ball out, and if Pat Bryant can stay healthy, of course, I go Broncos. He's going to be amazing. But as far as a show tanking, um, I always try to like read the room, right? And kind of have a backup plan. And I think a lot of streamers do that of like you have mid to high end that you're planning on running. And if stuff's just not going that way, like switch it up. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of a different stack. Do what you have to do. Change the vibe. Sometimes I'll change a playlist, changing the music, like
Ooh, new
change
music.
your own energy. Like I've done that before. I've been like, you can tell from my energy that I am like, I'm not feeling it. I'm getting defeated. I'm starting to get like down.
Yeah.
So like turning that around because obviously they need your energy. They feed off your energy. So get back. It doesn't mean like yelling at them, you know. Go
Yeah.
check out. It's never been my thing. But yeah, just kind of like take a second, pause. All right, how can we go back? And that's why I never set like I'm never like, oh, we're gonna go to 300 or 400 auctions today because like you don't know,
You
and you
never
don't
know.
want to get killed for 100 auctions if you set the bar. So I always am like, you know, I people ask like, how long's your show? Because I always do a buyer's giving. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I love it. So, well, thank you for playing. That was the very first Joel-ATX Big Wheel. Um,
Honored.
yeah, you did good. You nailed it. So,